Hey, what's up guys? Nate from Crate with Nate. And on today's video, I want to show you how I solved a problem that many people have who own Dyson vacuums. And that problem is, what do you do when they get clogged? How do you unclog it? What's the best way to do it? How do you get your vacuum working again? Now, you can take a look on Dyson's official website and on other YouTube tutorials, but I think that the way that I came up with works the best, it's the quickest, and it seems to keep the vacuum unclogged for the longest period of time. If you're interested to see what I came up with, please hang out for the next few minutes in the video. Thanks. Okay guys, so over the years, our family has gone through many different vacuums, and partly due to the fact that we've got a couple of very large, very actively shedding Huskies. Now, if you've chosen to use Dyson, which we have, by the way, I'm not being paid to say that, it's just turned out to be the best vacuum for our family. But if you've chosen to use Dyson, you know they're still gonna get clogged. There's no way to get around it, especially if you're vacuuming up dog hair or a lot of dust, things like that. So I'm gonna show you guys the two different Dyson models that we have here at our house. I think one is probably about 2 years old, the other one's probably about 3 or 4 years old, and they're in a little bit rough shape, but they still work. And I wanna show you guys the best way that I have personally found to unclog these things very quickly and keep them unclogged for the longest. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm gonna start by saying I have to admit, I'm not sure the exact model on these vacuums. Actually, I guess this one is the SV03. This one is much newer and was much more expensive, but it's still in pretty rough shape. I think the model number is worn off. Both of them are rated for pet fur. And yes, as you can see here, the latch has failed on this one. I was not ready to give up on it, so a couple of screws and a bungee cord work just fine. So let me go ahead and show you this one. This one actually has a clog indicator. Now I know the canister looks to be pretty full, but I can assure you emptying the canister will not fix this particular clog. So let's go ahead and pull the trigger and see what it sounds like. You can see there's a little pipe picture indicating it's been clogged. Now, this one actually is a little bit easier to clean than the older one. So this has a removable rear filter right here, which obviously you can see is kind of full of dog hair and dust. I'm gonna get into how we clean that in a moment. But the first thing we're definitely gonna do is we're gonna empty out whatever debris is in the canister. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down and do that. Okay guys, I wanna show you that I have completely emptied the canister of all the garbage. And as you can see, it's actually still indicating that it's clogged, which lets us know that the clog was not here due to a full tank, but it's somewhere else in here. So let's go over and I'll show you guys what my solution was. Okay guys, so the solution that I came up with actually does require the use of another vacuum, preferably a shop vac with a hose on it. Could be also a regular home vacuum, you know, that's a mobile vacuum that has a hose, but really we're gonna need the hose for this one. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the removable filter off of the back of your Dyson. And then we're simply going to vacuum your vacuum. So one thing I wanted to mention is if you look closely at the filter itself, and this goes for I think all Dyson stick vacs, they've got a little water faucet printed on here, basically indicating that they tell you that they want you to wash this. Well, I can tell you that every time that I've ever tried washing one of these, what happens is the pores in the fabric actually kind of, I don't know, solidify, or maybe it's contract or whatever, but they turn more of a solid than a mesh. So airflow is less possible than before you washed it. So that's why I came up with the dry cleaning option, and that has worked every time. So let's go ahead and plug this back into our vacuum, see what happens. Good to go. Okay guys, so now for the older Dyson, which is clearly in much worse condition, it does not actually have the removable back piece. They've put the filter right here. Again, you'll see there's a little faucet on there wanting you to wash it. We don't want to do that. Let's put it back in the vacuum and see what happens. Hopefully this works. There we go. So I want to show you guys, there is actually one other possible place that you could have a clog if cleaning the back filter did not solve that problem. So in this particular vacuum, we're going to remove the canister. And if you turn it over, you should be able to see this intake valve here, or vent, I guess. And as you can see, mine is totally packed full of husky fur, which it's really, really packed in there. This here, if this is plugged, you will also get the clog indicator here on the bottom of the vacuum. So what you just basically need to do is remove whatever's in here. It could actually even be like a hard item like cardboard or plastic or anything like that. I've had Legos stuck in here. You can pull this out. It may come out real easily, or you may use my other method just by hooking up a vacuum to it and literally just vacuuming this out. And this will allow you to have suction all the way down through this, this canister, this chamber here. And by following these two methods, I guarantee you will be able to successfully clean out your Dyson and get it working again. So there you have it, guys. The best way to clean out a Dyson stick vac is to vacuum your vacuum. Let me know if this works for you. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and feel free to fire those off in the comments and I will try to respond. And thanks for watching.